purified and awakened to their original consciousness. They then attempt to satisfy the senses of Lord Krishna and engage in his devotional service. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjala-shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadam Tikam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamam Vande Shri Gurum Vinataranam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Chashabdeva api sabda samuchaye atmarama evahana Sri Krishna bhajaya. In that case, by the word cha, the word eva is meant. The word api can be taken in the sense of aggregation. Thus the verse would read atmarama eva, that is, even all kinds of living beings worship Krishna. So we go till 8:30.
That's the usual time, but the kirtan went longer, so the class will also go longer.
Little longer. Okay. So as we have seen, the word Atmarama has different meaning. And here is very interesting that how it is combined, it gives different meanings, yes, meanings. So here, when Atmarama become aggregate, and it is said with Eva, the meaning is even all kinds of living beings worship Krishna. That's nice, no? And the verse that we read before was also very interesting. He was saying that the original nature of every living entity is to consider himself the eternal servant of Krishna. But under the influence of Maya, he thinks himself to be the body. And thus his original consciousness is covered. We know that a similar verse in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained Jivera Svarupaha Krishnera Nityadas, that we are eternal soul, yes, but as eternal soul we are engaged eternally in the service of Krishna. This is the constitutional position of the soul. Everyone originally is a servant of the Lord, and here is again confirmed in these verses. But the verse that we are exploring today is explaining, Srila Prabhupada explained that although originally we are Atmarama in the sense that we are eternally servant of the Lord, temporarily we become covered by the influence of Maya, the illusion. And at that point, when we become influenced by Maya, we start to serve our senses. We don't serve anymore Krishna, but we start to serve our senses. And this is our big mistake. Maya is covering us, is covering our intelligence, and we wrongly think that we are this body. And because this body is made by material senses also, then we start to serve the senses. We see something we like, and then immediately we desire to enjoy. And then we serve what we see. Same things, we are tasting something we like, we want to enjoy more, we are eating more, and so on. the different senses. We become the servant of the senses. So no one like to serve normally in the conditioned life. Everyone want to become serve, but actually everyone is servant of the senses. So for this it is said that if we really want freedom, if we really want to be liberated by condition, then we should learn how to control the senses. And this is the practice of yoga. Even in the practice of Bhakti Yoga, the same principle is there. We should learn how to control the senses. And in the practice of Bhakti Yoga, we control the senses by using them in the service of the Lord. Then again, the senses become purified, and gradually they come to their natural position. The natural position of the senses is to serve the Lord. Because in our original constitution, we have an eternal body, and this body is made also by senses, but they are spiritual senses. And the spiritual senses, they are fully engaged in the service of the Lord. And they, when they are purified, the senses, they get pleasure only when they are engaged in the service of the Lord. Otherwise, no satisfaction. No. More we are covered, and more is difficult to understand this principle. But more we become free, purified, then it will become more easy. Then one day maybe we will be able to understand this great sage, Yamunacharya, was that he was saying, when in my mind come the desire to enjoy sex, then I spit on this. I am disgusted on this. Can you imagine? This is the level. Of course, we need to become purified, slowly, slowly. It works. And I guarantee you, since some years, I'm trying to become purified. Something is working, something become better. Become more detached and more with desire to serve the Lord. So the covered senses, the senses that they are influenced by Maya, they are represented here, Srila Prabhupada say, by Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Boha, Mada, and Matsarya, lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and then envy. So they are called also our enemies. They are our enemies. Often we are looking for enemies around us. He is my enemy, and I have to be careful that one also can become my enemy. But actually, our real enemies, they are these 5 covering. So, lust is actually so much influencing us. It's so subtle. Then sometimes it's difficult to distinguish what is lust. Lust can go very deep, very deep. And so what we need to do is to purify this tendency, transform them. We can transform lust in love. We can transform anger with pleasure, with spiritual pleasure. And let's see, sometimes people, they become angry because you are acting a certain way, and then they become angry with you. So we can transform this anger by encouraging this person in a pleasing way to improve his attitude without necessarily become angry. It's a question of transformation. No? Greedy is the desire to obtain things, to accumulate. No? And we transform greedy by giving, by become merciful. If we become merciful and we start to give to others, then this greedy will become purified gradually. And we don't accumulate anymore. We take, as Brahmanas, Vaishnava, we are supposed to take donations from others, whatever they are giving, even service, whatever they are giving, but we don't accumulate. We take the minimum necessary for our maintenance, and the rest we are giving to others, we are giving to Krishna. Illusion is question to become purified gradually and come out from this illusion is also called madness. This Madhya, no more. No, madness is Madhya. Yeah, the illusion to be this body. Again, we say that we become purified by using our senses in the service of the Lord. Then there is a gradual transformation, and we come out from this illusion. And then, enviousness. This is the main origin why we are here in this material world, due to enviousness. And it's not easy to become free from enviousness. But again, to become envious from enviousness, then we need to learn how to appreciate more others, what they are doing, appreciate more what we receive, what Krishna kindly is giving to us. He's giving so much. We need to learn how to appreciate and give value more to things. Shri Gauranitai ki jai, Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. So gradually, by appreciating and by recognizing, then we become more and more free from this enviousness. And another interesting point that Srila Prabhupada make here, really, I would like to see again. Then he said that in the material condition, all living entities are engaged in sense gratification, all material condition. But when they associate with devotees who follow the regulative principle, they become purified and awakened to their original consciousness. So this is the key. We have to work on ourselves, as we say before, but the key is to become in contact with the devotees. And dear Prabhupada underline the devotee who follow the regulative principles. So, what are these regulative principles? Not only the four regulative principles that we know, but the regulative principle Srila Rupa Goswami explained in the Nectar of Instruction. They are the 9 processes of the practice of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Anmanivedanam. So we have to look, to associate with devotee that they are engaged in the practice of this. This is very important. So this is following the regulative principle. And it includes the 4 regulative principles. Those devotees that they are practicing regularly, then for them become easy to follow the 4 regulative principles. So if we associate, if we take shelter on this devotee, we become purified. Why? Because we are awakened our original consciousness. Just by staying near to them, just by inquiring by them, and to serve them, then our original consciousness becomes awakened. This is called how we call it in English? The principle of, in Italian we say risonanza. When you put two instruments nearby, for example, two instruments with chord, if you play one of the string, if they are near, the other one, due to this principle, the same string will start to vibrate, the same sound. So we call it in English?
Resonance.
Resonance. Okay, it's the same. Resonance. The principle of resonance. This is proven, scientifically proven. You are a musician, you know this principle? No? You didn't know? Yes, you can try. It works. So it's very interesting because when we stay near to advanced devotees that they are practicing seriously Bhakti Yoga, then by this same principle, our original consciousness become awakened. And then there is this transformation, this purification. We become more awake in the sense that we become also more conscious. We understand more. Sometimes, we are reading one verse from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and then we have, of course, there is the purport of Srila Prabhupada, but to go really deep, sometimes needs more. And maybe we have some understanding, but then when it comes one devotee very advanced and they start to explain, then everything, wow, it becomes more clear. So this is become awakened. We realize more. And then we become more induced in practicing, encouraged to practice devotional service. So this is very important. There is all Srila Prabhupada say here at the end. They then attempt to satisfy the senses of Lord Krishna and engage in his devotional service. So finally, when we become purified, when our senses become purified, then our desire is just to satisfy the senses of the Lord. And in this way, we become engaged fully in the practice of devotional service. And this is the end? No, this is not the end. I would like to go on because it comes some interesting verses that explain more. And 203 say, E jiva shanakadi shabamuni jana nigranta murka nicha stavara pashugana. Living entities include great personalities like the four Kumaras and also low-class foolish people, trees, plants, birds, and beasts. So here he starts to explain who they are, these living entities. And we go on. Because the verse was saying that every living entity is a servant of Krishna. So now he starts to explain who are these living entities. Vyaja Shuka Shanakadira Prasiddha Bhajana Nirgrantas Tavardira Shuna Vivarana. The devotional service of Vyasa, Shuka, and the four Kumaras has already been well celebrated. Now let me explain how immovable living entities like trees and plants engage in the Lord's devotional service. Because he say every living entities. And here we can understand actually that the principle in Vedic culture that we have to respect all living entities. Many other religions, they are considering we have to respect the others, like human. But they don't care about animals, they don't care about trees, they don't care about other living entities. But here is explained who they are, all these living entities. And now come very interesting verse. Krishna kripadiyetu haite shabara udaya Krishna guna Krishna hana dhanahire bhajaya. Everyone is eligible to receive Krishna's mercy, including Vyasadeva, the four Kumara, Shukadeva Goswami, low-born creatures, trees, plants and beasts. By Krishna's mercy, they are elevated and engaged in His service. So everyone is eligible to receive Krishna's mercy. Remember this. Everyone. Now we have to read the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Be careful. Be attentive now. He said, this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.32, wherein the Lord says, Mami parta vyapashritya yapisha shu papa yonaya striyo vaishyas tata shudras te api yanti param gatim. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, woman, Vaishya, and Shudras, can attain the supreme destination. Prabhupada said, everyone is eligible to become Krishna's devotee. One simply has to be trained according to the approved process. It is the work of Krishna's confidential devotee to turn everyone into a Krishna Bhakta. If the confidential devotee do not take up the task of elevating everyone to Krishna consciousness, then who will do it? Those who claim to be devotees but do not engage in Krishna's service to elevate all living creatures to Krishna consciousness are to be considered Kanishtadikari, people in the lowest stage of devotional service. When one rises to the second platform of devotional service, Madhya, his business is to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. Those who are active in the Krishna consciousness movement should not remain in the neophyte stage, but should rise to the platform of preachers, the second platform of devotional service. Then he concludes, it's incredible how he concludes. He said, devotional service is so enchanting that even the first class devotee, Uttamadikaris, also come down to the second platform to preach and render service to the Lord for the benefit of the world, all world.
Jai.
Very good. So it's an interesting purport. Actually, it's the main goal of this movement. No? Spread Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come for this reason. Of course, we know there are some more internal reasons, more confidential. Because the Lord, when He's doing something, He has always different purpose. But He says so many times, no? One of the main reasons why He came is to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere, to spread love of God everywhere. And this movement is based on this principle. All our Acharya, they are encouraging this and they are giving example. They sacrifice their lives in order to spread Krishna consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada give more emphasis to this. So important. Because according to this verse, everyone is eligible to become Krishna's devotee. This is another meaning of Atmarama, when he become together with Eva. And then we say, how is possible to do this? Then Prabhupada say, one simply has to be trained according to the approved process. Many, they want to help others, but they are really helping. They are really uplifting their consciousness? Not so much. For example, we see someone suffering, is starving, has nothing to eat. Then definitely souls that they are kind by nature, they would like to help. But if they are ignorant, if they don't know how to help, then what they will do? They will give some food, but they will give, for example, food that create to them more reaction. So they are helping really this person? Not really. It's like, when one tree there is a leaf and the tree is suffering, and you see the leaves, they are suffering. No? You can see if it's healthy, one tree, or not by looking the leaves. So if you see the leaves, they are suffering, then an ignorant, he will take some water and put on the leaves. Will give benefit to the leaf? Not really. Yes, some humidity, maybe the deteriorating process is decreasing, but finally the tree will die. Someone that knows, he will give water to the roots, and then the leaf will get benefit. So if someone that is starving and he needs food, someone a devotee that become trained up, Prabhupada saying, he simply has to be trained according to the approval process. Then definitely he need food. An intelligent devotee don't go to him and say, oh, you are suffering, it's due to your sinful reaction from the past. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. I don't think that person will be very happy by this, No, first, what he's doing, he will feed him, but he will give him Krishna Prasad. By giving him Krishna Prasad, he will be satisfied because he will cool down his anger. And Krishna Prasad don't create reaction, is a karma, and he becomes purified, and he becomes so happy with the devotee, and then the second time you can tell him to chant Hare Krishna and explain him why we got such reactions. So, for this is very important, this point that Prabhupada is saying. One simply has to be trained according to the approved process. So we have to learn the process by the Acharya, by the spiritual master, by the devotee, spiritual masters, the Acharyas, the scriptures, the sadhus, and then apply properly. Often Srila Prabhupada said this process of Bhakti Yoga is scientific. Scientific means that you take this and you put together with this and you apply in this way for such a time that you will get this result. This is scientific. And if we apply properly this process, definitely it gives the results. We have seen, we see, even we will continue to see. And something don't work, okay, we have to adjust. Like a chemist, is always adjusting properly the formula, and then when it comes to the proper way, then you will get the result. And then he explaining that the work is the service of the confidential devotee to turn everyone into Krishna Bhakta. So there is a potential that everyone can turn in Krishna Bhakta. We have seen, no? When Srila Prabhupada came, then he turned in Krishna Bhakta so many. And it's still going on. This movement is spreading, and we have so many advanced devotees in our movement, and spiritual masters, and they are turning so many in Krishna's Bhakta. So our duty is to connect conditioned souls to these devotees. Actually, this is the duty of a disciple. Disciple has to connect others to his spiritual master. A devotee, a disciple, he never think, I can turn someone. I can preach him and make him a bhakta. No. My spiritual master will do. So I have to connect. And we have always to remember that in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada is the Shiksha Guru for everyone. So we need to connect conditioned souls to Srila Prabhupada. For example, by giving them his books. Then Srila Prabhupada will turn them. What is our duty? To give the book and inspire them to read the books. It's not enough to give the books. We need also to inspire them to read the books. Give the books is the first step, planting the seed. And the second step is to inspire them. Don't need to preach too much to inspire them. Preaching, because here Srila Prabhupada is using the word preaching. That is the duty to preach. Preaching, it starts by the example. When people, they see that we are behaving in the way that we are speaking, then they become attracted and they become inspired. Otherwise, sometime in Sankirtan you hear people that they tell to read yourself these books. And then you think, okay, this is a sign. I have to read more and practice better what is written in the books, because you're not attracting them. It's not that we are attracting people. Krishna is attracting the people. Spiritual master, they are working together. Guru and Krishna, they are working together. They are attracting people to them. And we are just their representative. We should represent them properly. And if we represent them properly, then naturally they become attracted. Naturally. So easy. So first of all, yes, giving good example, and then be kind to them, and being transparent, and they will be encouraged to read these books. And then Srila Prabhupada, because there is not so much time, can be says much more about this, what means preaching, because preaching is a big word, but we sometimes I prefer not to use the word preaching when I'm speaking with common people, because people, when you are saying preaching, they think sermon, that you are doing the sermon, like the preachers of the church. They were going up to this place and then, sermon, how you say?
Yes, the counselor.
Counselor,
Yeah.
which are we say? From the counselor to
I think in English is sermon.
Sermon,
Yeah, you can check. And
the priest is like higher and the others looks down.
yes, and people don't like this, We prefer to use sharing Krishna consciousness. We are sharing Krishna consciousness. And people like very much when you share your experience, your feeling, your life also, and they like, and they become inspired by this. So as I say, preaching you can give a seminar on this. You find?
In German it says die Predigt.
Yeah, predigt. Yeah. But then another point to conclude that Prabhupada make here is that those who claim to be devotee but do not engage in Krishna's service to elevate or living in creatures to Krishna consciousness are to be considered Kanishta Adhikari, people in the lowest stage of devotional service. We know there are 3 stages, no? Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. So Kanishta Adhikari, they are called even neophyte, and they are devotee, of course, and at least I still feel to be Kanishta. It's not that we have to say in a, not approving way, but why we should rise to the second level, Madhyama Adhikari? Because Prabhupada said many times it's very risky to remain in the level of Kanishta Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikari easily can fall down. Madhya Adhikari is more secure to be there. And the formula to be in the Madhyama Adhikari level is to spread Krishna consciousness. If you push yourself, if you strive for spread Krishna consciousness, then naturally Krishna will elevate you to the platform of Madhyama Adhikari. And this is important. It will be more safe for our spiritual life. We will be more useful, and we will please our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Parampara, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there is a lot of mercy. If you want mercy, then help in this mission to spread Krishna consciousness, and then you will receive this mercy. And then Srila Prabhupada concludes by saying that devotional service is so enchanting, because this practice is so enchanting. And when he's saying devotional service, he refers to what? To this second platform, to the Madhyama Adhikari platform, to preach Krishna consciousness. He speaks about this. It's so enchanting that even the first class devotee, Uttama Adhikari, also come down to the second platform to preach and render service to the Lord for the benefit of the whole world. Can you imagine? And this is what did Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is an Uttama Adhikari, pure devotee of the Lord, that he see everything and everyone in the service of the Lord. But often he say this in another occasion, that the Uttama Adhikari come down to the level of Madhyama Adhikari to preach Krishna consciousness. And here he's explaining why. Because to practice this service is so enchanting. It's so nice. It's so... it's so difficult to describe how it is. You have to try. And I know that you are doing. And my attempt is just to encourage to do more. Because if we are doing more, we will be more happy in our Krishna consciousness life. We will make happy, as I say, all the Guru Parampara, and we will make happy also others. And this is why Krishna likes so much the devotee that they are striving to spread Krishna consciousness. He likes so much, why? Because they care about others. And others, they are part and parcel of Krishna. They are suffering because, due to this influence of Maya, they forgot that they are eternal servant of Krishna. So, we need to bring them again in contact with the Guru Parampara and the mercy of Krishna. And then they will become happy again. This pleased so much the Lord. And then, because he become pleased, we will get so much mercy. He will encourage us. And even if we are not qualified, we are not, so much learned, we are not. These they are all excuse to not go and spread Krishna consciousness. Because if we are striving to do, then Krishna will give us all what we need in order to do this service. When I was Bhaktya, the first days, and we go in Sankirtan. We go to distribute the books, and I read just something. And they said, but what if they're asking me, hey, Krishna will take care, no problem, just go, And then one, I think was second or third week, I met, and then I finished. I met one lawyer, and he was very serious, and he tried to challenge me, and he was making some questions, philosophical questions, intelligent questions. And I was just a Bhaktya, and then inside I prayed to Krishna, and it was amazing, what came out from my mouth, I was even surprised myself, And the proof is that he was so inspired that he buy the Bhagavatam set.
Oh.
Yeah. Buy the Bhagavatam set. And I remember that I have in the car, and I was fearing, maybe we'll change idea, because I have other books, because he give big donation already for some books. And then they say, there is the full set of these books, I have in the car, I just go to take them. And then I was running, and then I have to go to make a turn, because the car was the other side, and then I see there was a field with the, these things that go around the field. And I say, if I go this way, it will be more fast. I just went with the daughter, go to the other side of the field, came back. When I came back, it was with the set books. I could not speak anymore with him. But he was so kind, because Krishna inspired him, and he take the set. So this was thanks to my preaching? No. It was thanks to Krishna. He used me to give him the Bhagavatam set. And it was so encouraging. It means, we don't need to wait that we become learned in order to go and spread Krishna consciousness. And we don't need to become more advanced. No, I am still attached to this, and that better don't go to, will not be so good. No. And I have to become, free from, kama, krodha, and labha, and all these things. Then I can go to preach. No, then you will wait a long time, and probably maybe you will not even become free from this, But I have this example, that for some reasons, as a householder, sometimes happen, you go out and you're a little bit angry because, some issue in the house, and, and then, you meet someone and is telling you, yeah, you are so kind, you are so patient, you are so self-controlled, you are so this and this. And you are thinking, where they see this quality on me, where they see this quality on me. But definitely a devotee is much better in this than non-devotees. And it's enough to inspire them. And this Krishna is so kind that it shows them things that they can become attracted to Krishna consciousness. And like this you become instrument. And by becoming instrument, we become purified. And becoming more, it is confirmed by Krishna Rupa.
Hare Krishna.
2 times he confirmed. And yes, by becoming more purified ourselves, then we can be more useful in this mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. So I'm ending here.
Hare Krishna. Now it's confirmed.
It's 8:45, I think we should end here. Thank you very much for allowing me to become a little bit more purified. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Praise Bhaktya Prabhu ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Vancha kalpatruvyasya kripa sindhudeva cha pitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki
jai.
Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Radhe.